Any idea or comment on that idea of playing with LeBron James?
Say more so, I'm interested to just play golf with LeBron.
All right, fam. Wake up, wake up. I need you fanboys to snap out of it. You really thought Leon was headed to Golden State, huh? Wake up, wake up, wake up. I knew it. I knew Steph Curry didn't want anything to do with this guy. Didn't I tell you? Steph Curry just put Leon straight in the friend zone. You know how this goes. It's like when your boy walks up to a girl and asks, "So, what do you think about my homie?" And she hits him with, "Oh, he's got a good personality. Seems like a nice guy. Good heart, you know?" That's it. That's the energy. Bad news, fellas. The jig is up. The Warriors were never the real plan. That was just Leon's last-minute excuse to justify staying in California. Think about it. The man just dropped $37 million on a house out there. All his businesses are based in California. His whole family already relocated. But once things fell apart with the Lakers, that dream scenario, playing alongside Steph Curry and Draymond Green, went on life support. And it got worse. Steph Curry sat down for an interview on a golf course, and he flat out shut down the idea of Leon joining the Warriors. No hesitation, no sugarcoating. And fanboys, you already know, I lived for it. So let's roll the clip. Let's watch Steph Curry put Leon in his place, just like that girl back in school.
In a crazy offseason in the National Basketball Association, free agency, trades left and right. There's one free agent out there, LeBron James, and he's shown some interest in being a Golden State Warrior potentially. Any idea or comment on that idea of playing with LeBron James?
Say more so, I'm interested to just play golf with LeBron. We'll handle the basketball stuff, but I want to see the golf LeBron free agent. He's out here really grinding on the game, but I'm sure, we obviously would love to play together. Hopefully it happens, but he's deserved the opportunity and the right to take his time with the decision.
He's getting better, so you might have some competition. Best of luck.
He's improving, sure, so you might want to watch your back a little. Best of luck with that. But honestly, this whole situation plays out like a breakup line. It's not you, it's just, you're a little too nice for what I'm looking for. I want something with more edge to it. And look, let's be real, it's almost embarrassing. Steph Curry sounded more enthusiastic about golfing with LeBron than actually playing alongside him. What does that tell you about how badly Golden State actually wants him? Fans can spin that however they like, but deep down you know the truth. Steph isn't exactly thrilled about this. He has to play the diplomat though. Curry's always been one of the most careful, media-trained players in the league. He's not going to say anything controversial, but if you've lived a little, if you've picked up on subtext before, you knew exactly what he was really saying. And honestly, anyone with common sense knew this Anthony Davis trade idea was never realistic from the jump. The second people floated it, it felt like a stretch. The only way this could have worked is if the Warriors built an entire medical wing outside the arena just to keep him on the court. They'd have needed a legendary team of doctors on retainer. Let's be honest, expecting Anthony Davis to stay healthy for even a month, let alone an entire season, has always been a stretch. We've seen him go down injured more times than anyone can count. Remember when he got traded to the Mavericks and picked up an injury in his very first game? Now imagine watching him stuck on the bench for the rest of the year while LeBron, Curry, and Draymond try to figure things out, looking more like a mismatched trio than a contending core. Honestly, it's probably for the best this deal never happened, because it likely would have hurt AD's legacy even further. He already dealt with unfair criticism during his time in LA. Fans nicknamed him Street Clothes because of how often he was sidelined, and that label stuck. It wasn't fair, but it happened. Fans treated him like he was disposable, like an old, forgotten piece of laundry tossed to the side. Would he really want to relive that all over again? Would he want to be blamed once more every time the team came up short? Because fans always need someone to point to, right or wrong, and there's rarely any reasoning with that. I mean, look at how some of these debates go. People going back and forth over things as trivial as whether a shirt should be tucked in or not, fully convinced they're right no matter what. You're just not going to win those arguments. Realistically, you're not winning championships with Steph Curry spending the whole game running off screens for threes, and you're not winning with a guy in his 40s trying to control the offense like a point guard. Golden State was always going to be Steph's team first. LeBron was never going to fit into that dynamic the way people hoped. I was talking to a friend recently, and he said, "Would you really turn down signing LeBron for just $3 million?" And my response was, people don't realize LeBron's price tag isn't really about the money. It's about what it costs your locker room chemistry. It's about giving up control over roster moves, draft picks, and how the franchise is run. It's about the media attention that follows. And yeah, it's about dealing with the extreme reactions from certain fans, the kind of messages that get sent when things don't go their way. I can only imagine what someone like Rob Pelinka has had to deal with behind the scenes. Nobody should have to go through that just for defending a player they believe is the greatest of all time. But here's the thing, a lot of people still don't agree LeBron holds that title. Even Aaron Rodgers weighed in during a moment that went viral, comparing LeBron James to Kobe Bryant, and it didn't exactly favor LeBron. Rodgers made his stance clear, repping Kobe by name. And that comparison keeps coming up because to a lot of longtime fans, no matter what LeBron accomplishes in Los Angeles, it doesn't erase what Kobe built there. You can't replace that legacy. Real Lakers fans know the difference. And even Luka Doncic has weighed in with his own ranking, placing other legends ahead of LeBron.
Jokic al Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Jokic.
Jokic al LeBron James.
Jokic.
Jokic al Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird al Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
That's the section of today's video where things get real. Let's talk about Luka Doncic placing Nikola Jokic and Larry Bird ahead of LeBron James. This is someone who played directly alongside LeBron for a season and a half, and I don't think people fully grasp what Luka managed to do here. He's one of the very few players who came out the other side of a run with LeBron with his reputation still intact. Look at the pattern. Dwayne Wade's career trajectory shifted after playing with LeBron. Chris Bosh spent years being unfairly dismissed as soft during his time alongside him. Kyrie Irving's Cleveland exit became one of the more talked about departures in recent NBA history. Kevin Love has openly spoken about his struggles with mental health during his years with the team. And we've already covered what happened with Anthony Davis. Then there's what Luka went through. The online piling on, the jokes about his weight, people even dragging his personal custody situation into the conversation. A lot of that seemed to escalate simply because he was open about being frustrated that the Lakers prioritized LeBron in a key decision. At this point, the argument from critics is that it's time for LeBron to consider stepping away, that the league has evolved and no team is lining up to offer him a max contract anymore. Instead, he's playing for veterans' minimum money just to chase another ring. Compare that to how Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant handled the ends of their careers. Neither put themselves in that position. And when LeBron framed his Lakers exit as him moving on, the counter-argument going around is that the Lakers had already mentally moved on from him. As for a farewell statue, critics joke the only send-off the Lakers are giving him is Bronny James, as in take your son and go. Meanwhile, plenty of Lakers fans say they're relieved and ready for a fresh start, finally feeling optimistic about the roster again. And as for Warriors fans, if LeBron isn't heading to Golden State, a lot of them seem genuinely fine with that outcome. Now, here's where I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about what Steph Curry said? Was he genuinely being diplomatic, or was he just handling it politically? What's your take on Luka ranking Jokic and Larry Bird ahead of LeBron? I already know that take is going to set some people off. And what about Aaron Rodgers saying he'd take Kobe over LeBron? Where do you land on that? If you're new here, consider subscribing. And if this video's got you fired up, let me know in the comments. Appreciate y'all. Catch you in the next one.